What's up with it? It's Unapologetically Memphis. You tuned in to the ThePrezEx podcast. Come on, rap with me for a minute.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Presidential Executive. This your homie, your brother over here, JB. This my brother over here, El Presidente.
Man, y'all know what we do.
Rag. And we got a special guest in the building, man. Before we even go through all that,
Before we introduce them,
go ahead and like this video right now. We're on all podcast platforms. Anywhere you look at podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio.
Oh yeah,
I
was waiting on you. I was like,
I did it.
I
did the iHeartRadio last, but we're wherever you stream podcasts at, and
as y'all see up here behind us, make sure y'all follow us on Twitter, the Gram, Facebook. Some of y'all didn't see my little Snapchat. That's my own Snapchat, but I always post our stuff. Yeah, I am on Snapchat, but
okay.
All of my handles, just like you see his handles at DJB901 and at 77Stringer are the same on everything. So make sure y'all follow us on that, and if you haven't already, follow your boys on that as well.
Sure. You clean on there on the Snapchat? Is it?
I don't. You
keep it ratchet?
All I post.
Okay.
I post
you know how you do sometimes. I was making sure you.
No, I just post a podcast, brother.
Oh, okay.
Or the only thing I post is if I'm in the studio with the podcast. That's it.
For sure. Without further ado, we don't have actually Crown Vic in the building, but he actually came over here to help set some things up. So
you're a hater, Crown.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But we love you though.
Yeah, that's how I got there. So so. Not officially, but Crown Vic is in the building, but not in the building.
Right, he's with us in spirit.
Yeah. We had Patrick Morris on here a few weeks ago, and we kind of named that, you good, the most known unknown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, that's my opinion. Like, I think we probably have the top. Like, Pat Morris, he's definitely one of the most known unknown, period.
Right.
In the city, in the Smith-South, whatever.
I'm saying, if you're around Memphis, you know who Pat is.
You know what Pat is. He rolled pretty high. Now, we probably have the number one most known unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this guy? Like, he all on social media.
He posts everything.
Yep. He does. He posts some of everything.
Man, the good, the bad, the ugly. When we need to do better, like, he posts it all.
Yeah, and that was, we going to get into that. So, without further ado, man, this is Unapologetically Memphis, a.k.a. Marcus. What's going on?
Man, what it do? We in here, man. Y'all finally called me and said, come on up.
Yeah, man. We had to put the name with the face because, I think I was talking to Vic, and he was like, he think first time he saw your face, I think, when you posted something with Boo.
Yeah.
A few days ago or something. Mm-hmm. I think you were with DJ Paul.
DJ Paul and Boo. Well, I had posted myself before then, but I felt like, let me put it back up there since we had the unfortunate situation happen.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, appreciate you coming through, my guy. You know what I'm saying? He was already, like, on time. We said he was already, like, on time. And, like, not like that's be normal, but that is not normal sometimes. So I just want to give you a salute on that, my brother.
Yeah, man. I try to do better for black people.
I would say he's probably been the earliest.
I try to do better.
Earliest guest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pat was probably about 10 before.
Right.
To 10 before or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Nate was early.
Nate was early, too. Yeah.
But he got the record, though.
Yeah.
He got the record.
He got
about 30 minutes early, I think.
He got the record. Yeah, he got the record.
Yeah, he got the record.
But, appreciate that, man. What he said, time is valuable. Time is money.
Man.
Time is valuable, you know what I mean?
Everybody time valuable, man. So, people have to respect that, man.
Yep. Right. And that's a trait, you know what I'm saying? That's even a nugget before we even get into anything, you know what I'm saying? As far as, what he's been doing, his success, his persistency and consistency, you see one of the principles that he lives by just off of just GP. That's what he do. You know what I mean? So, like how we like to do on this show here is, kind of get to know you. But really, I just want to get into just the nitty gritty. But before we get into
let's go all the way to the genesis.
To the genesis of it.
Okay, we're going to start at the front of the book. Okay.
Yeah, so let's just, break down for the people who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
I am Marcus Cook. A lot of people know me when they find it, like, that's who run the page.
Yeah.
So, man, grew up between Olive Branch and Whitehaven. So my folks still stay in Whitehaven. So, like I said, like Memphis, that's me, man. Like my first residence was in Orange Mound. So I always say, hey, I'm Orange Mound, Whitehaven. Got people in Olive Branch. My folks all over the city. So I've been everywhere. When I got out on my own, I done lived in East Memphis. You know, East Memphis was good for a minute.
Yeah. Just like Raleigh was.
Yeah. So, Majestic used to be the spot.
Yeah.
So look at, man, I thought I was living when I got my apartment in East Memphis. Like, man, I'm out here joking. Hurry up and told me one out my car. Pow! Man, I thought I went in a good spot.
Yeah. So where you go to high school at?
Man, I actually graduated from Olive Branch.
Okay.
Olive Branch. So, like I said, when my mom and dad split up, it was a choose where you gonna be at. Yeah. So, she stayed in Whitehaven, but she worked at night. Mm-hmm. And it was just better for me to stay with my grandparents, and I went to school in Olive Branch. So that's how everything worked out. So, but it was a plus to me because growing around all them white people, it pretty much grained me to being able to do the page like I do it now. Like I can deal with both sides of the book.
Right. What you said on that. So, all right, we got that down. So, how old are you?
43. Me and Boo the same age. I was hurt. Like, okay. She 43, I'm 43.
So we all around the same age. I'm 40, 41, 43 within that. Okay, so we pretty much in the same era.
Yeah. So, we had a little sense in our era.
Man.
little sense.
Yeah, we had a little sense.
Not just a little bit. We were fool, but, we had some sense.
Yeah, we had a whole lot of sense. So went from there, went to the high school, now here. Now, you went to college anywhere?
Man, I didn't actually. I stayed in college it was so quick, I shouldn't even went. I'm like, like I said, I went for maybe a semester and then like this ain't for me.
Right. Like, see, at least you know that.
So you didn't waste a lot of time and money.
Nah.
Where did you go this semester to?
Man, I went to Strayer for a minute. Then I went to the UM for a second. But I said, it was so quick. Like I dibbled and dabbled. Like, man, this ain't for me. Like, let me just go work.
Okay. Now, you coming up, going back and forth from Olive Branch to Whitehaven, you saying, so what was, or did you have anything in mind that you wanted to do or wanted to be at this point in your life? Or it was just kind of scattered?
It was scattered. You don't never know what you're doing. When I was young, I was just, let me get a job, make some money. I had a little cutlass I had fixed up. Like, man, I'm fixing my car up. Holiday girls. Mm-hmm. No playing, the average for a 18, 19-year-old dude. Right. Like,
same for me. Like, I asked that question, but I know my answer would be like, no. You know what I mean? Like nah. you have certain things you want. Oh, I want to be a tennis. I want to be a tennis. I want to be a professional tennis player. I want to be a basketball player. I want to, do all this stuff. But it wasn't nothing set in stone. At TSU, I switched my major twice.
Okay.
When I was there, so it was, that's common. But I know certain people, they like. I think we had on here before, they knew what they wanted to be at that certain age. And so it wasn't for me, but man.
I thought I did. I went completely,
went completely the other way. So you didn't know. So as you going up in your 20s and stuff like that, like what were like some of your occupations in your
man, I did a bunch of warehouse work just starting out, like real like, okay, get a job, you got some benefits. Let's go to work, get you a girl, got me a little girl, we got us a little spot. Just ordinary stuff, like I said, chasing girls.
Did you work a good old Fed?
Man, you can't even be from Memphis now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you said warehouse. I was like, I'm pretty sure you worked at Fed or something.
Man, FedEx, Nike, you got it, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the ropes, so like I said, I always been like a creative guy, so I always did like some art type stuff or like drawing and stuff. So my folk were like, man, why do you don't pursue that? Like, it was too easy. I was like, man, I do that for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Like regular drawing, like comic book stuff, or you just like?
Man, just almost anything. I look at it. It was just a time where I just draw. Like, let me look at that. Everybody like, man, you're a good artist. I was like,
right.
Like I said, man, I do that for fun. It ain't even serious. They were like, bro, you could be getting paid.
Right. Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm good.
Okay, so going within that, and then now, like usually when you see people kind of blow up, kind of like you have been like on social media, at least I've seen, it'd be kind of like younger people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That this is like our generation. We didn't grow up with, phones or barely, barely dial up, AOL stuff. The dial up stuff. And so we got people. We're proficient in it, but it's like people that are 35 and younger are really the ones that kind of, take it to another level. So now we might as well gonna get into it. So how did you get going with the Unapologetically Memphis? Like from the beginning, like how did you first, like your mindset? Well, what were you thinking to even start it, and just your goal in the present day?
Well, my mindset in the beginning was just, we ain't got nothing positive in Memphis. Okay, no positive. They always report negative news.
What year are we talking about here? Just
this actually 2019. I think I posted some on Facebook, and I was telling my wife, I said, man, when people go out of town, everybody figure out all the places they go to.
Yeah.
But when we're in Memphis, everybody, man, I hate Memphis. Memphis ain't got nothing to do. We're like, bro, Memphis. I actually, where I went to school, I got my license to be an electrician. So I was working for the school. I was working for school, Aspire schools. And I just be driving around the city, and I'm like, man, there's so much stuff in Memphis that people look over that, man, this should be posted, or somebody should be, they should know about it.
Right.
So, it just started from that little bit there. My wife listening to what I was saying, like, she was like, I'm going to pick out some places, and we're going to go. And it took off from there, 2019.
Just started kind of posting it.
You kind of posting like, okay, this spot, like, bruh, like, man, it's too much culture and too many things in Memphis for us to be saying we ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah,
it's outside of Elvis.
Right, bro. And that's one of the things I despise with Stephen A. Smith, because anytime he bring up Ja Morant in Memphis, he bring up Elvis
and barbecue. That's it.
I'm like,
which I mean, for those of you all who
like
don't know, who watch
it.
us around the United States and the world, we do hands down. I know they talk about what Kansas City, Texas, North Carolina, but like all the competitions, when you look at it, we're always in the top.
Exactly.
Always consistently in the top 2 or 3, if not 1.
Yeah.
So that said, what does that say? No matter where you go, and the wings you hadn't had no, you ain't had no wings, so you came here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it's always like that. Like my pops was in the Memphis in May competition.
Yeah, grilling, right? Yeah, your dad was nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do what I do. I'm not there yet, but wifey critique. When she say something she like, hey, I think I'm on the right track. You know what I mean?
So if y'all ever get like a food truck, I'll sell my gumbo out of your food truck.
Hey, he got some good gumbo.
For sure.
And that's Rachel too. Rachel like, hey, what'd he do? He do that. So, so you started basically like on Facebook and Instagram, or was it kind of?
I just started pretty much IG. Then I was like, some people don't do IG, so I started a Facebook page. So it's about 5,000 some people or something about now. So, but like I started Facebook way later. So, but the IG went crazy. Like when I started posting about neighborhoods and putting definitions on them, folk went crazy. Like, like okay.
Oh, that was you with the
right.
with definitions. Okay, okay.
But like he had one where it talks about like he had like South Memphis and it had all the different neighborhoods. In South Memphis, that was one post he had.
Because Mike shared some of all this stuff.
Yeah, that would start off from.
Yeah, okay.
I like I said, my first birthplace, Orange Mound. So I was like, Orange Mound, the best place to start. Like, first community for black people. So I started with Orange Mound. Then I went to Whitehaven. Then like North Memphis. I was like, Smoker City. Just started picking them out, just putting definition to them. And like kind of where they start and where they stop, all that good stuff.
Right. Wow. So your intention was to actually, what you said before, give people another lens of what Memphis looks like, other than the negativity, the shooting up, the guns and stuff of that nature.
Like I said, the good thing about going to Olive Branch, it always preach, OB pride. Like, man, what if we put pride in Memphis? Like you have Memphis pride. Like,
right.
So I was like, them neighborhoods, like, okay, we're going to put these neighborhoods together.
Yeah.
And, everybody love their hood. So, like,
like, why do you think that is? Like, because what I found is that, and I don't know, JB, I know you probably work with some people who they're transplants. Like, especially being at the base, like, they're not originally from here.
Yeah.
You know, you probably encountered some people like that. But, like, people who are not from here love Memphis.
Yeah.
You know, some people who actually come visit and get to go around, like, they act like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Man, it's
But
culture. It's
us here,
Yep.
I don't know if that old saying, was it familiarity breeds contempt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, because we're so used to it, we're so familiar with certain things that we despise it. But, like, people who are not from here come here and don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I work for the post office. I can't tell you how many people I encounter, and you see Arizona license plate, New Jersey license plate, and they come, oh, yeah, man, this is, when I got ready to retire, like, this is the best place to come retire. Like, it's so much stuff to do, and the cost of living so good down here. And I'm like, how do you know this and you're not from here? But, like, we like, why do you think that is?
You know, we black people, we closed-minded on a lot of stuff. We like, you know, we don't think out the box. Just what people tell us. That's what it is. What it is. Like, okay, man, I just like this hood. I ain't going over there. I don't like them people.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that mindset. So you like, bruh. When I was growing up, my dad, man, when I was a kid, my dad was like, bruh, I'm gonna show you how to get around every neighborhood, so you won't be just scared to go nowhere. So I'm like, cool. I'm talking about we 8, 9, 10 years old. We downtown. Like man, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
we in North Memphis or wherever. Like, I got folks everywhere. So man, we everywhere. Like, bruh, you know, folks, I can't go over there. Bruh, I can go anywhere. Like, why you can't go over there? I'm like, all I gotta do is go over there. I'm going over there for this girl.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't over here for no other business.
Right. Yeah.
Leave me alone. Then, you know, I've been a pretty big dude all the time. So, you know, like, bruh, man, don't come at me with that. It's gonna be a problem.
Right. Nah, I'm with you. Like, just what Rag was saying. Like, I'm obviously going to TSU and then working, you know, on base and stuff with government and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of people that live here now and that have always glowing reviews to say about Memphis and, you know, everything, and they do not want to move.
Okay.
But when you look at some of the social media on the timeline, most of the people that are from here,
I can't wait to leave. It's about time for me to make that move.
Yeah.
To go do the same thing
In another city. I said the same problem we got here, they got there.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I get an opportunity to be like, hey, Rag, we want you to be in this movie, I might have me a place in LA. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you gonna be on the Breakfast Club in New York. We gonna have you as a correspondent. I might have me a spot in New York.
Right. Yeah.
But like, I'm still gonna be,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't, to Marcus's point, like, it ain't nowhere. You know, you always joke with me and you be like, man, you be outside. But it's like, it's just because I'm not afraid to go anywhere. And I done made it to 41 and ain't got no felony. There's a reason for that. Like,
exactly.
I'm not stupid.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here, you know, and don't get me wrong, like we talked about having a little sense. It was some times where we was foolish,
Man,
but
real stupid.
you know, like I love my city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and I know y'all see me with my Bulls hat on, you know, but I don't never root against the Grizzlies. It's just I ain't no bandwagon jumper, but
for sure.
You know, like I love his page.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's always something. Like I could be having a bad day, and when I check, because you always when you post hey, by the way, y'all make sure y'all follow, please. But he's always tagging me in reels of stuff he's posting.
Yeah.
So when I'm clearing it out, then I see first thing that come up with my page refresh, he got something else up.
Mm-hmm. So. Now it's a lot of times in the day, and so but I've seen actually I think somebody I know it was in the comment section. It was a lot of complaint. It was some complaints. They were talking about. I think you put up something that was I think negative, not negative, but I think it was a news report or something like that. And somebody was like, "Well, why? You know, I thought this was just a fun and you know whatever positive page." But I think maybe you responded like, you know, you show all sides of the city, all sides of Memphis, not just you know what I'm saying, just like the fun and entertainment stuff. So how do you respond to certain stuff like that when people have commented that was like, you know,
look, I just like I said, I just like to keep it real, man. That's who I am. Like, bruh, we ain't in no fairy tale world, man. You know, stuff happening wherever you at. You can say you're gonna move out of Memphis when you go to Atlanta, LA, or whatever. It's gonna happen there too. It might not happen to you, but it's happening.
It's around.
So I'm just like
they just got better PR people.
I'm just saying, just keep it real, man. You know, Memphis, he got a problem. Hey, I've been part of the problem sometimes.
Right,
So, like I said, that's why the page more relatable to people to me, because I'm like, I look in my mind and be like, everybody like the guy be spinning their cars. I'm like, bro, it was a point in time I was doing this same stupid stuff when I was 18, 19-year-old with a fast car. I'm out there acting a fool.
Yeah.
So, I know even though we ain't got so grown to know we was never a kid.
Right.
Yeah. Like, hey man, I just want you to open your eyes and keep it real.
Yeah. Cause that's what I tell my nephew, little Tommy.
He
be out there with
TJ.
he be out there with the people riding around with the be doing the little donuts and stuff out in the street and stuff like that. And I tell him, I was like, Neff, just be careful.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, just really be careful because it's only a matter of time probably before a couple people he told me they got caught.
Yeah, they gonna get you if you keep doing the same thing. You gonna get caught.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of did some of the same stuff that we did, but to me it's just heightened to another level.
It's because now everybody's recording and filming.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's more technical. People got more camera. We had minutes on our phone. These folks got
Yeah.
We had a text character thing.
Yeah, we did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, that shaped my whole life on the texting.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you only got so many texts, and then if you went one over,
right, it's over.
They would charge you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get that bill back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got Sprint, off of my credit report, and that was like from 2003. You know what I'm saying? Like,
couldn't talk after 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And then they got you though because it was the Eastern time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you was thinking like the way they did it. No, it was Western time. I mean, whatever
I think it was East.
No. I think it was West because like for us, you know what I'm saying? We think 9 o'clock our time,
right?
But it's really 9 o'clock in the West Coast. So we started talking at 9, and really we wasn't free till 11.
It ain't free.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how they got us.
I think I hit up multiple times for that.
I wanted to ask, so you post a lot of stuff because it is a lot of stuff that people don't know about here. And I think like people don't go to the botanical gardens. I don't know if you ever been. Probably a good place to take the kids. The Metal Museum.
Excellent.
Is one spot, but like people actually sit up and construct like artwork out of like old recycled metal.
Yeah, and
it's just cool to see that. But like that's just something that like I'm into. But like, what are some other places that you've been to or seen that a lot of people may not know of that like live here that they could experience?
Man, it's a lot of places in Midtown.
Yeah,
like, we just look over. I'm like, man, Midtown. They got so much. And then Midtown and downtown. I say Midtown and downtown. Downtown got so much stuff that you could just walk around and see that you wouldn't believe. Like, bro, I didn't even imagine these restaurants or whatever being over here. Or these little shops. I'm like, it's so much. Like, that's why I try to put it on the page. Like, bro, they got this, or somebody send me a little review they had. Like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna put that up. It's just like everybody like, man, you need to put a section on there where you tag all them restaurants or whatever. I like 2023 we'll do better.
Right.
But
I think you do a lot already though.
Man, that's what it seems.
Right.
It seems like that, but like I said, man, it's too much to do in Memphis. We just have to get out of our box. You can't go to no hate on Curtis Givens or nobody. You can't go to Love every weekend and be
right.
Like, bro, we got more than Love.
Right.
Do go to Love, but.
And I found out, I don't know if y'all remember them books they used to sell that had like all the coupons in it.
Yeah.
For like different stuff. And so like that kind of put me up onto a lot of stuff because it's like, oh, coupon for Graceland, coupon for the zoo. But it's like, coupon, what's the Metal Museum? You know what I'm saying? Or I had one for Botanic Gardens. It had like all the different theaters. And so it's just like, oh, snap. Like, it is a lot. Like, I never knew this existed in the city, but it was just something. And again, I haven't seen that since those books until his page. What would you say? I would say, like, your top 3 restaurants that you didn't know before you start being active and posting. Like, now you would say are your top 3 restaurants here.
Top 3. Let's see. Top 3 restaurants.
Make sure I write these down too.
Man, like I said, I tried. It's a new spot called the Ashtar Garden last night I went to. Man, it was real good. So
Ashtar
black on.
Okay. You said it's called a what?
Ashtar Garden.
Okay. Where that's at? That's
Midtown.
Okay.
Let's see.
What kind of food they sell there? My bad. I don't want to.
Well, they got a variety. They like more like a brunch spot.
Okay.
But so
oh,
the guy,
you know, that's your spot.
Yeah,
you
you
said,
know, I
you
like
said
brunch.
brunch. That's you.
I like
That's
the
you
brunch.
all day.
yeah. They're a pretty good new spot. The genre, they real good. And let me get one more. I'll say Salt pretty decent. That's all black-owned restaurants,
Salt,
but we
okay.
got more than Salt. You know, Sage, Salt.
Right.
Hey, you know,
Right,
it's,
right.
You ever tried? You ever been to Chef's Hams?
yeah, she fire. She fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't actually tasted hers yet. I've heard a lot of
What?
good things. I haven't, not yet. A couple of times we tried to go, but she was like so busy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say they usually be
food,
crunk.
bro.
It's good though. It's
And wife
to the hype.
love that. Yeah, no, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I heard about it. It looked good. No, I follow her on
She
social
fine
media.
now. She fine. I'm like, hey, she good. Like I said, we got plenty of spots. You just had to try. It's so much to try in Memphis. You just like, you can't really just say 3. I was like, you hadn't tried everything, so you like, man, you know what? These folk were good too.
Yeah.
So, man, expand your
Right.
spots, man. You do something else.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've got more than those known spots that everybody go to. But man, try some of these little spots. Like I said.
Mm-hmm. So is this all you do on social media? Or you got something else that you also?
Man,
do?
people been trying to turn me into a news station, man. Like, bruh. They were like, man, you need to get you an anchor. Like, get an anchor.
Wow, anchor.
like for real. Like,
Well, if you ever get to that point, you do have your correspondence right here.
Right.
So,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
We can have that.
We got you.
So yeah, I said that would be dope to have a news that's us, and you know what I'm saying, just fit out. You know, I said it ain't is it a news place that like?
Yeah. I mean, because if it's not,
Right.
I don't want to do no shameless self promotion.
Right.
Shameless self promotion.
With the mug, yeah. So if you have, so what did I answer your question? Okay, I asked you so that's pretty much all you do with the social media, or is it?
Pretty much shout out people, shout out new restaurants, tell some of the news. I try to put more positive news into the platform, because most people don't look at the news, and we are the news now.
I don't look at the regular news.
So everybody like, man, you like the news to me, because I don't watch 3 or 5, and then it's funny, like people from 3 and 5 and 13, 24, 30, they hey, can you give me a contact on this or something? Like,
Wow.
I'm like,
That's wild.
like, y'all the news people. I'm not the news man.
Oh, okay, so that's why they trying. Okay, I get it now. Because I'm like, turn you to the news, but I get it now because
news people calling him.
Yeah.
So I do get called from news people from time to time on certain situations.
Yeah.
Even on the booth situation, I had to hook up a guy like, I get you in touch with like they publicists or whatever. So
Right.
So we definitely gonna get to that. But since he asked about that also, because again, I know a lot of people follow you on social media, and so to give highlight to that, so like you gave us some restaurants. I know this guy, you know, he takes his wife out on date nights and stuff. What would you say is a good date night spot in the city that maybe people have not tried that can do here?
A good date night spot. I posted a spot today that was new, Mexican food.
Oh, that's her whole. She loved Mexican food.
Man, I can't even think of the name of the spot. What was the name of the spot? I posted it today. Okay. It's on my page today. I had to look on the page and
I had to go back and see it. What part of town is it in? You remember?
It's like in Cordova or whatever.
Okay.
So
right up the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your neighborhood.
Okay.
So
yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. So so you pretty much started in 2019. So from 2019, you just pretty much garnered a following. Like pretty much, it seemed like you growing like weekly. Because sometimes I check back on your page, I saw 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 70,000. Now you 85,000. So
right, and that's funny. Like I remember getting to the 10,000. I'd be telling my cousin, I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get this junk to the to the 10,000 or 15,000. You're like, bro, just keep on going. I like. Then, like I said, them numbers just kept on. Everybody like, man, how are you growing that page that fast? I was like, I had people like, man, are you buying followers? Like, bro, no, either you like me or you don't. Right. I'm like, I'm not buying no followers. I'm like, bro, I ain't got time for that. I got Jordans or something I can spend some money on.
Now that's the wave though, because you'd be surprised how many people actually do that.
No, but they, I don't know if you see it like every time I'll post when you send me the links and stuff, and I put them up.
Yeah.
They'll start following, but then it'll be people. They'll shoot an inbox. Hey, you want to know how you can grow your page?
I get that too.
And I'm like, I'm good. Block. Delete this message.
It's a lot of those.
But
I get
and we're at. And so I checked the page today. But we're salute to 35K.
35K, yeah.
35K views.
Right. So we, like you said,
grassroots,
it's a good, inspiration and stuff because, people, have come up to us and be like, man, we like your content and stuff like that, da-da-da-da. And so it's just about, being persistent and being consistent and, pretty much in what you're doing. And it seems like that was your key as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just to keep going. Because honestly, at one time it was just like, man, we would be happy if, you know what I'm saying, 50 people.
Yeah, like we
get
like 50 views on the video. We like, nigga, we got
like,
50.
Right. So it's, it's levels to success and stuff like that. And so you would say you was at 10K and you was like, man, I can't, you probably, at that point, you probably could, I can't even see 100K.
Look here. In 2019, I remember checking it in like December. And it was like 550 people. I was like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking, that's pretty good, 550.
Right.
Then, like I said, when I started posting about them neighborhoods, next thing you know, jump up to 1,000. 1,000 people. Then next thing you know, post about some more neighborhood, 2,000, 3,000. It just started going crazy. Like, bruh. I said, man, I'm posting about Memphis, and I guess it's some facts that people don't know.
Right.
And man, the page shooting up like you have some debate like, nah, that ain't in South Memphis. Something like, bruh. I said, bruh.
Because he posted like the projects and stuff. Like he had one on. He had a P Valley joint.
Yeah.
He had the real what is actually, the neighborhood.
I heard about
he but man, he do that though.
So folk be like, oh, I didn't know that. So I like, bruh, that's why I was like, I love Memphis. Everybody like, bruh, like when I'm gonna give you an example of people saying, you always talking about you Memphis. When the guy went, Ezekiel Kelly went shooting people. So Joe went up on the comments, hey, how you feel about Memphis now? I said, bruh, because something happened like that don't mean the love lost. I'm still, if anything, I'm in it more now.
Right.
Like y'all, I said, man, your generation may be different than mine. I don't just cut out on a joke just because something bad happened.
Which goes back to, like I said, I still rip my team. I'm not a bandwagon jumper. As I can see, both of y'all are still Cowboys fans.
You better know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't jumped off no bandwagon.
Nah.
Nah, I ain't gonna just pick no another team. Like, hey, I've been rocking this long. Why not now?
You ride with your squad. Like I said, I think, actually talking to him before, like, I think we're both objective Cowboy fans. We're not just like, hey, it's like everybody, it put us all in one little box. Oh, we gonna win the Super Bowl. No.
But you've met some of your people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we know people like that.
I remember when y'all had Quincy Carter as a quarterback.
Quincy Carter. Yeah,
good old QC.
Yeah, I remember Quincy Carter.
But, like, they was like, y'all was gonna win the Super Bowl. And I'm like, Quincy, all right. But, like,
he wasn't it.
Nah, he wasn't it.
That ain't it.
He wasn't it. We wasn't it with that. But yeah, man, it's like a real, like a testament, because somebody actually asked me, like, you think he buy followers, or because like I said, the rise has always been
everybody like it's fast, like
right.
I said it's fast to y'all. To me, it's like it's slow.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So
that's dope, bro.
So where do you get? Because you have a lot of information, and you provide citation with it, meaning you give. I've seen you put like links of where you can research this stuff, but like, where do you get your information from? Because it's out there, and I know that a lot of people, if they didn't have you, like, where could they get the information from?
Man, some people shoot me a lot of stuff. Then, like I said, I kind of look at the news, kind of read the news and what's going on in the city. Man, it just it's plenty of information if you're looking for it. So I'd buy books about Memphis, like I've been planning on posting like old black people or whatever, like that did great things in Memphis, because they always leave our history out. So I kind of want, I want to put a little light on it. Like, okay, we, Memphis ain't just Memphis because,
right?
Like, we built everything. Like, Beale Street was for black people in the beginning. It wasn't just like all the white people own the stuff. Like, What's my guy name? I can't even think of his name now, but man, he bought up all that property downtown. Robert Church.
Church, yeah.
Robert Church he owned Beale Street, really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? That was like a black area for real.
Do you think that I just found this out last week. So I know y'all familiar with Black Wall Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in Oklahoma.
Mm.
I had no idea. I thought that the end of it was when they had bombed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they actually went to the Supreme Court and won and got reimbursed and built it back up.
Black people.
Black Wall Street did not end until the 60s because of integration.
Mm-hmm.
That was what killed Black Wall Street.
Message. Interesting.
So I didn't know that. I had no idea. Like, and I watched documentaries. I thought that it ended with the bombing. And so, what you talking about, Beale Street and Church, that just made me wonder: do you think that was our need to be accepted? Do you think that might have been the cause? Because Memphis is still between 65 and 70% black. And at one point, before Atlanta, before all these other places, Memphis was the mecca. Yeah. That was why Dr. King came to march here. So, do you think that was one of the causes of why we have gone down?
Well, you know, that could be. So it could be a good call. Because like you said, King did come here because Memphis was supposed to be like the next mecca. It was supposed to be Atlanta before Atlanta turned into Atlanta. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the King thing kind of killed everything. Like you said, with integration, they kind of hurt black people because what Orange Mound started out as. Orange Mound was a black neighborhood with all black people with black businesses doing great.
Thriving.
And like I said, integration kind of killed all that. You know, you don't have all the black stores or something. We go into Kroger or whatever now. When we used to have our own People's Grocery. You ever heard about People's Grocery? About them black guys that own that. We could thrive on our own, but every time we were thriving, they figure out a way to kill that. So
they come buy you out and then they put you
kill you. Them guys from People Grocery, the People Grocery store that them folk end up getting killed because they were out doing the store that was next to them that were owned by a white guy.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Like, you know, my mom stayed on the Ellis Road. Mm-hmm. Like, my folks pretty much owned that whole street back in the 40s, 50s, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, the white corporations and stuff started coming in there at the time. Like, we'll give you, at the time, you're talking about 50s to 60s, we'll give you $20K.
Yeah, more money you ever
seen.
Do
that. At that point in time, that's a whole lot of money, right? But look at that area now. You got straight up neighborhoods flourishing. You got just think if we would have kept that land in the family,
because that's right off of Germantown.
Yeah, and they got different neighborhoods and subdivisions opening up constantly around there, around Brunswick and all that stuff. And so, and it's kind of funny when I look at it, because I'm kind of a historian too, looking at different documentaries and stuff. It's like a lot of us thought that integration was going to be the game changer to, you know, give us the piece of the pie that we already should have had.
Right.
Not knowing that
we're going to take the pie from us.
That's one of the reasons we got Dr. King.
I mean, but you got to look at it like, we was having this conversation. I don't know. My cousin was like, you know, Joseph was in town. My cousin Joe.
Just past week?
Yeah, for the family gathering. So they was like, man, y'all should have had him on there. Because we had a big discussion. He was defending Jerry. We had a big discussion about that.
Oh, he was defending Jerry?
Yeah, he was defending Jerry. And so my cousin was recording.
Yeah.
So they like,
brought him in here.
But I was saying, like, what they always do to us is, and I said, look at the Negro Leagues. And I said, now we applaud Jackie Robinson, no shade on him, Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, all of those guys who came in and were trailblazers and pioneers. But when they destroyed the Negro Leagues, like the Negro Leagues had a team in every major black city in America. St. Louis, Memphis, Detroit, Atlanta. They had some in New York. They had several teams in New York, Alabama, Mississippi. Like, they had teams everywhere. Though it's still stadiums when you go to these places where they used to play it. That's just empty. That's been empty for 60, 70 years. The people who sold the peanuts, the hot dogs, the T-shirts, the drinks. You see what I'm saying? Like, those people were feeding their families off of that. So now when they say, hey, JB, Marcus, Rowe, we gonna pull y'all up. Well, guess what? Yeah, we shine, but our teammates, they don't get to play.
Yeah.
All those people who was making money selling and doing all of them families don't get. Now we come up, but everybody else as a community that we had was gone when they started the Montgomery bus boycotts. For a year, they had built 3 bus stations. They had black conductors. They had people who were running the stations.
Yeah.
When they saw that they had lost, it was like in 1950 or whatever, whenever that was, 1955 or whenever they did that. Was like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Equivalent today, that would be like $15 million.
Yeah, about 20. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Due to inflation.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw that, I was like, oh, y'all come on, ride the bus, ride with us.
Yeah.
But all of those stations had to close down. All of those buses they bought, end up having to sell, or they just got old. The ABA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like anytime we get something, FUBU. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime we get something, it's like, oh, okay, well, let's buy y'all out, but we lose control of it. We lose the control of interest. We don't get to feed our families. Yeah. And all we want that piece of the pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I believe in order for us to get fully accepted to the table, we have got to not only come together, but stay together.
See, and that's the thing. I get y'all opinion on this. Like, even Marcus, like, and this is some of the conversation that was had when Deion Sanders went to
Colorado.
We didn't even talk about offline. Went from JSU.
Yeah, we should have recorded that one.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. Now, just because cause I think some of what you were saying is part of that conversation, but to even my point to what I was saying, it just can't be him. Everybody got to be on board in order to make that happen. It can't just be Deion on an island kind of by himself doing for HBCUs like, oh, Buddy got to think like that. He got to think like this, so we can all do it. Like, I thought it was unfair to put Deion into that situation to where like he was looked at as a savior. Now he can't do the same thing that we gonna do, that we would do. You know what I'm saying? We would take that job. You know what I mean? Just off GP because it was a good opportunity.
No,
for our family.
don't get it twisted. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with him taking it. My thing is just the way he didn't directly say it, but he implied that, like, hey, y'all, get on my back. I'm gonna carry us across the finish line.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I had it. Now, if he was just like, hey, look, man, I'm here to coach. We're gonna have a good time. You know, I'm gonna try to get these guys in the NFL, man. Y'all enjoy the ride. If that had been his energy, man, like, hey, he got a better opportunity. Get your money. Yeah. But he kind of came off like, you know what? We gonna, man, look, watch what we do. I'm finna show y'all, and everybody else, come on. We finna show them. You know what I'm saying? He kind of had the player fly energy. Nobody needs nobody. You know, shout out to player fly.
For sure.
You know, and so that was my only issue. Like, I never had a problem with him taking a better opportunity.
What you think about him?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you think about
I would say my take on it, man, I get it with my page sometimes. Like, people be like, they'll shoot me something like, hey, man, can you get this done? Like, bruh, like, I'm just one dude, man. You know, I can do so much, but you know, in our community, we always put too much weight on one person.
Yep.
That's just real. In your family, if somebody got too much weight, you expect him to do everything, and he always right.
Now he preaching now.
He's not lying.
He preaching now.
You know, it's always the one good dude in the family that can supposed to be able to carry this whole family. Like, bro, I need to be able to have some help.
My pops, and so when my pops passed, it's like just me. I feel some of that burden.
Yeah, it's pushed to you now.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of, if you really look at it now, bro, he was the glue that kept everybody together from California family up in the Bay and down in Memphis. You know, family reunion stuff. Like, he was that glue. And I think, maybe I could tell me if I'm wrong, Rag, you may know more than this. Like, it's like we the only type of people, black people, that look to one person or a leader to really, you know, kind of push us in the direction we need to go, even though it's going to take a collective effort.
I say this. I think that we either completely ride the bandwagon or we all want to be the guy. There's no middle ground.
Too.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we was all coming in here together and we decided to start a business, like, okay, you're gonna have somebody who's more outspoken. You're gonna have somebody who's more good with paperwork. You're gonna have somebody who's more good at delegating. If everybody knows their role and we fit in it, it can thrive regardless of, oh, we always see JB out in public, you know what I'm saying? Or Roche's back here, you know what I'm saying, going through the paperwork, making sure, and I'm mad now because I can't delegate like Marcus, so I'm mad at him because that's his gift.
Yeah.
Instead of me appreciating and knowing like, hey, I done got the paperwork tight, so I know you're going to handle out that delegation. Or if he say, hey, I done delegated, but I need you to make sure all these contracts straight. If I say, okay, JB, he done delegated, got the paperwork straight, we need you to go in front of the camera and sell.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we get jealous of each other instead of appreciating each other's role. And
that's the crab in the bucket.
It's not like when you look, but like when you look at like the Rockefellers or the Carnegies, they never had an issue. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, there was one dude.
Yeah.
It was John Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie. Like you, and now they sons and stuff took, you know what I'm saying? Like J.P. Morgan, like you had a guy.
Right.
And they like, okay, we finna ride your coattails out and you distribute or tell us, okay, you're the head, I'll be the CEO, you the CFO, you the COO, but you at the top of the food chain. Other ethnicities do not have a problem with that.
Yep.
Great white hope or great Asian hope or great Jewish hope or can we say that? I don't want to get canceled. So they don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad thing to have a Martin Luther King Jr. The problem is, though, when a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is assassinated, who's going to take up the mantle? And what happened was everybody scattered like roaches.
Yep.
It wasn't a problem having a Huey P. Newton, and it was a couple of them. Right. It was Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals. And then you had the Fred Hamptons and the Eldridge Cleavers and the other people who were part of it. But when Huey goes to jail and Bobby's a part of the Chicago 7 trial, and Fred gets assassinated and Eldridge is on the run, who gonna take up the... You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of the thing with us. Like, even when you see people who are in the forefront, or you have a group like the way the Black Panthers was, is when the leaders get, because that's going to happen with anything. Yeah. People get old, people die, people go to jail, people get killed. Who's gonna, we don't have a sports mentality.
I'm going to say, you know, we don't want two kings. Like, okay, we'll just say, we'll stay on that. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, you know, they kind of bumped heads. Then it was a time when Malcolm X kind of opened his eyes, like, you know what? I didn't want to work with them people. Now I do want to work with them people. And when America seen they were going to work together, they killed Malcolm.
Right.
Like, bruh, we can't let them two dudes get together.
Dr. King kind of took on that mentality Malcolm had.
Yeah. So like I said, I always tell people, I said, just imagine if they killed Martin Luther King first and Malcolm X. I said, they would have tore America up. I said, it couldn't happen in reverse. I said, it was all planned how it happened. I was like
even with Medgar Evers.
Yeah.
Because his more so was on a legislative standpoint with the voting rights and everything like that. So you get the political aspect out the way. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the militancy out the way.
Yep.
Then you get the one that everybody love out the way.
Yep.
And then next was the young folks with the pants. You get them out the way.
Yeah. And they started that movement when they did the JFK. Because JFK went first.
Yeah.
What did JFK?
So Medgar Evers got assassinated in 50.
Yeah.
It was like
55.
But he was big in the voting.
Right.
Us knowing our voting rights and all. Like he was real big in that.
Yeah.
So they got him first. Then the white ally, which was JFK, was next. Right. So you got him next.
Yeah, I was talking about before Malcolm. And
then you got Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Then it was Martin Luther King. Right after Martin Luther King, it was Bobby Kennedy. And then after him, then it was the Panthers. And then mid-70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying, our good old boy, Reaganomics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bringing crack into our communities. And so you got all our leaders gone. And that was actually how all the gangs got started. Because a lot of the gangs was actually former Black Panthers.
Right.
When the leaders had gotten killed or went to jail,
so like
we got to protect our neighborhood.
Yep, right. Exactly. That's what gangbang came from.
That was the origin of it.
Yeah. See, that's crazy. Like, Yeah, speak to that, Mark. I don't know. We can talk over here all day. I want to get you into that combo.
Like
too,
you said, man, that where gangbang came from. These young cats think they do it. They do it for fashion now. It ain't even a
it's
protect your hood or
right.
none of that. Like, man, our history lost, man. Like people, like the young cats, like, man, I don't even know how to speak on them guys, man. I try to speak to them, and you know, when they see me, they be like, hey, man, OG, oh, you the one do what you like? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I try to make y'all think like if we work together, you know what I'm saying, we can build a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, like that one person is king. What I do. I don't even play it like that. Like, bruh, I want you to learn something so we all can grow. It ain't even about me in the team that I'm building. Like,
right.
I don't want to be the one that's okay. I know everything. I'm the only one can do it.
Right.
Man, we need to spread this out. That's how I train my kids. Like, bruh, you need to learn to have your brother back. You need to learn how to take care of each other instead of you know how we do. We'll fight each other instead of all come all together. Like, man, we had to learn how to come together. I said, school or whatever taught us how to stay separate. Like, bro, you gotta learn how to build together. I said that's the only way you're gonna get strong.
But even here, I know in Memphis, you know, we pretty much in the same era. It was always growing up. Oh, the king of Memphis. You know, shout out to DJ Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, grew up with them cats.
And got it.
And got it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to their credit now, I think they have squashed their beef they had back in the day or whatever. But even back then, years ago, it was always like, oh, it can only be one king here in Memphis, so to speak.
And I don't know, I don't know if you posted something on it, but like they had a thing where they were talking about Memphis being on top with the music.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the Gotti cover with all of the Memphis artists.
Yeah,
but like we should have been there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we know.
3-6.
Right. Got it.
Skinny Pimp.
Tila.
Right. Fly. Gangsta Black.
Endo G.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Kazi. Like we had artists.
Yeah, Memphis always had
8 Ball and G. Like we been had Tommy Wright III. Like we been had artists.
Mm-hmm.
Al Capone. Like we should have been that in like 95.
Right. Yeah.
And it's taken 25 years.
25 years. But I believe that we're learning now more. I think you have helped with that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Spearheaded at least, you know what I'm saying, putting different pride in people in the city and seeing, you know what I'm saying, the positivity and seeing, you know what I'm saying, like Memphis is more than just the first 48.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted now.
It's
that too. You know what I'm saying?
It's out there now.
It can be that too.
But it's not just that.
But it's not just that at all. Like you said, you can go to any city. You can go, I like Dallas. You can go to Dallas. Dallas got the same skirts as type of city that Memphis got. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as publicized or out there like that.
Now, I will say this, though. I've been to Chicago. I've been Dallas.
Chi-town different too.
Yeah, they are. But like this is the crazy thing. Vegas, LA, Atlanta, Miami. I've been to several cities in Texas. Like, no matter where you go, when they hear you from Memphis, they instantly be like, like, dude. The Chicago cast was like, oh, y'all from Memphis?
Yep.
Man, y'all niggas crazy. I'm like, wait.
Like, we think y'all
That's
crazy.
Like, we crazy. Like, St. Louis, when they hear you from Memphis, they instantly be like,
it's a different respect.
Oh, word?
Yep.
First 48? Like, but they instantly like,
yeah.
Hey, you need anything, bro?
Right.
We got you, like.
That was my thing when I went to TSU, bro. Like, you from Memphis? They think, I got a shank in my back pocket, or I do something. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's a different level.
Yeah, they think you
people
on
from
that
Humboldt
book.
and Jackson would be at TSU talking about they were from Memphis, knowing we're from Humboldt. Stop it.
Right. But that's a good conversation, man, because you know probably people are looking at you to be like, hey, you know, not like a Martin Luther King / figure, but just somebody that can be a beacon of light to Memphis or whatever.
I try to keep it like I said, it ain't a black thing or white thing. It's like we people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I post something about Gotti, under the post is gonna be 1 million dolphins.
A lot of Dolphs, yep.
Right.
I've seen it. I still see it to this
shout
day.
out to Flipper, man. Like Dolph was, you know, I didn't know this till he paid. Like Joseph, they was classmates at Hamilton.
Joe?
Yeah, my cousin Joe. Like they was classmates at Hamilton.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One of the dudes I used to work with, Coach E.
Okay.
Before Dolph ever came out, like Coach E, like, hey, He like, Rad, man, I don't know where you been at, but he next to, man, he finna take over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man had the chain on and everything. I'm like, Coach, what you talking about, man? Like, but he was still like, shout out to Dolph, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's still Memphis.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? Gotti has always been Memphis. Dolph was always Memphis. So man, whoever winning is winning. It's a win for the team.
Yeah, you know, our mind be on is who making the most. Like, bro, it ain't even about. I said, you know how much money they print every day? I said, bro, it's enough money out here for everybody to get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say you ain't gotta be greedy. I said, whatever Mercedes-Benz they make, you can buy it. Whatever Cadillac they make, you can buy it. I said, anything you want out here for you. You just gotta want to go get it. But like I said, man, I try to keep everybody on some equal stuff. Like like I said, Dolph and Gotti, they gonna be Gotti, this big head. Look, bro.
Man, you know what? Man, you know what? Man, I want to give a shout out to our man, friend of the show, man, our fam, Young Velly. Man, because he don't get talked about enough, you know. But he is definitely somebody. I don't know if you remember, he was Young D when he was with 3-6.
Okay, yeah.
Certified, but like,
was it Lollipop?
He was on the Lollipop song.
Okay,
but,
gotcha.
I mean, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? But it gives a different. I mean, like something that, like, man, if I want to feel good about myself and I want to be uplifted, and I can play it whether I'm with my niggas, or I can play it with my kids in the car. Yeah. I can play Velly.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. You know, my favorite one, I just want to be on some goofy hood shit. Like, you know, I'm gonna play Finesse. That's my favorite. Shout out Finesse sometimes.
Finesse, dude. That's my guy.
But like, man, shout out to Young Velly, man. And he's been on here, 2-3 times?
Okay.
You know, but like, he's somebody like, man, reps Memphis hard, but it's that positive, uplifting. Yeah. But at the same time, he can give you that gutter too, though.
Oh yeah, you know, you got to be able to switch back and forth. You know, I try to be more positive, but if you push that button, look at man, that side in there, but I try to keep it covered up because I'm trying to build something, so I got to learn how to control it. Yeah. So that's the biggest part with our culture anyway. People, their ego, like, bruh, something, some folk gonna say something to you, be like, bruh. I look at a lot of things these young cats might say now, like, bruh, what you saying? You ain't talking about nothing. I said, I know you young trying to prove something, but man, I'm trying to build something bigger than what you trying to prove.
Message.
So, like you alluded to this earlier, and this is touched, and I don't want to gloss over, man. Rest in peace to Big Scar too, because while we was we hadn't said this because this is our first show for the new year, so happy New Year. Yep. Everybody. Hope that 2023 is treating everybody well, but we lost over the Christmas break and into the new year. We lost Big Scar, as well as a legend in Lola Gangsta Boo Mitchell. Mm-hmm. And you posted
too. He from Memphis, wasn't he?
Who?
Well, he went to jail for.
No, he went to jail. He didn't pass. Okay, he went to jail.
He went to jail for killing a guy.
Killing. Okay, never mind. No, my bad.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh dang, I'm missing somebody. But and it touched me, and I know you put up a post where you were with, and JB alluded to it earlier. And so for me, like, it was a time when Boo had kind of went through a transition where she had left 3-6, and she was getting back in the church, and she went by Lady Boo for a minute, and so that was when I officially got introduced to her, because I was doing gospel rap at the time. Okay. And so, like, for a period of about maybe 8 months, like, in the studio all the time, like, you couldn't tell me nothing. 19 years old, she throw me the keys to the Escalade and be like, "Hey, Roche, go get us something to eat. For sure. Here's $20. Go to Checkers to give me this combo, and you whatever you want." And me, look, Wes hanging out the window. You know what I'm saying? We ride down the street, you know what I'm saying? And Boo Escalade, like. Yeah. And so even after that, like, whenever she would see me, she would be like, "My nigga Roche was," and she'd be with a little mini entourage, and I may just be by myself. It'd be like me and Stewart. You know what I'm saying? We walking, and she'd be like, "My nigga," and so everybody looking at me like, "That's Gangsta Boo." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But she was always that humble, like, she never met a stranger. Like, if she rock with you, she rock with you for life. For sure. And I met her through Mr. Dale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I met Mr. Dale too. Like, Mr. Dale, in the beginning. Right. Yeah. I think he got a White Haven shirt or something. I think he grew up in the Haven.
Mm-hmm.
But I had met him like when it started building. He was like, "Bro, you building something that's crazy." I was like, we were getting to the 10,000s then. He was like, "You building something crazy right now."
Yeah.
And actually, Stewart, we was talking through the text, and he brought up a couple memories about Boo.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Man, we was in the studio with. I guess the time
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
talking. She seemed so cool, down to earth, good spirit.
And war,
You know what I'm saying?
like I said,
yeah.
when I met her,
Yeah.
she was man, she was so nice to my son. My son in that picture when we
Right,
took
right,
down
right.
The picture you posted.
And so he was down there asking for something. So he was like, "Bruh." I'm like, "Bruh, sit down." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you say he want? I'm like, she just like draw you in like you family. So I was like, man, she real cool. Then, like I said, she was responding. Like if you watch the page, almost everything I posted, she would comment on it.
Yep.
She liking and commenting.
Yeah.
I was like, man. Then no, she sent me something in the DM, bruh. Man, from what this page started from to what it is now, like she like, man, it's amazing. Cause I think her publicist put her on to the page. She was like, it's a page you need to be following, man. Them folk ain't nothing but Memphis. So that's how she ended up following us. Then, like I said, we connected. Like I think that when the Grizzlies were going to the playoffs or whatever. When we connected, and man, she was like, man, like you said, super humble. Like, bruh, like,
and I don't like people had this persona like, yeah, she made a certain type of music, and she did it better. Was definitely a pioneer, a beautiful woman, beautiful soul. But like, if you never got to kick it with her, like on a one-on-one, if you only saw her on an interview, you may have this persona of her like, oh, well, she was this or that or whatever. But like, I mean, she like people wouldn't even know like she's really shy. If she talked to you, she'll open up, but like she wouldn't just bust up like that wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like she was really reserved and laid back. She was really chill. But like you watch an interview, you may think like, oh, she just was out going like, no, she was.
Yeah, she was on a drink
You know
champs
what I'm
about
saying?
6 months ago.
Yeah, like she was really like laid back, chill. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes life can make us in situations in the industry can make us a certain way. But like at her core, man, she was the girl next door.
See, I'll take it from y'all. I was just pretty much strictly a fan. I have never had any personal interactions with her or anything like that. But like from you, people I know personally, you, Keenan, and some others that have had personal interaction with her, pretty much said the same thing. As far as her being a good spirit, being humble, being all those things. And so, actually, what's crazy is I think I maybe saw the video she did with Glorilla and Lotto.
Right.
Maybe the day before I heard she passed or something. I think it's been out for maybe a week by then or something. I didn't even know she did a song with them then.
Right.
But because she was, last I heard, she did an interview or something. She was making an album. She was about to work with a dude from the West Coast. So he used to be with Snoop in them, the Dog Pound, D.
Oh, Daz.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So it was real unfortunate to to even hear about that. She was pretty much she's probably your age, about 43.
Yeah, she's 43.
43, 44.
43.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was crucial with that. So when did you meet Boo? You met Boo just a couple years ago?
I think that was May 1st. May 1st, matter of fact, because I was looking for the picture because I thought it was New Year's. I was like, man, I just met Boo New Year's, and she like when I was looking for the picture, I'm looking through my phone like, bro, this picture's not in like, so when I finally did find it, was like May the 1st. So I know the Grizz were in the playoff then, and they performed that night.
Yeah.
So I had gave her some merch, and like somebody sent me some pictures. Like the next day, they were showing like I guess she getting ready to leave. She had the merch on. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time getting a picture. Like man, she supported with what I'm pushing. I say
Right.
So man, like I said, man, they invited me to the funeral, so I like, man, I can't even miss it. Like, bro,
right. Right.
Like,
So, and to me, I just thought about it too. Like your page and everything seems to be like bridging the gap for a lot of even celebrities that don't necessarily live in the city anymore, but they want to tap into what's going on in the city, tap into that vibe of Memphis, and it's like, I mean, you're that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I get some opportunities that you wouldn't believe, like, bro, like the John Morant shoe coming out. So when they laid it out in Memphis, Nike in Memphis anyway, we invited to that. So I was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, just off of doing something for love for Memphis, like folks just everybody like okay, man, we need to tap in with dude because dude connected. It's like he connected to the streets, I guess.
Yeah.
Like he plugged in, everybody mess with him.
Yeah.
And he like I said, I push equality, and like I said, man, I'm uplifting everybody. It ain't no I'm too big to be hanging out with you. Like, bro, we people, we all equal.
Yeah.
Man, we on the same playing field. I just like people look at my platform as an opportunity to. I like, bro, if I can give you opportunity, if everybody had opportunity, a bunch of us would be in a better place.
True.
But so how you the platform, like, bro, I'm trying to get if I think you got an opportunity, I ain't trying to be the gatekeeper or nothing, but like give me something clean. And
right.
I'm gonna try to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a partner who send me, hey, this is my son. I be trying to not post a lot of video with rappers with guns and stuff like, bruh. Yeah. So I can post it, but in them comments, you ain't gonna like what they gonna say in them comments. I was like, tell them give me something with some more words than you know what I'm saying, all them guns. We got to quit glorifying guns and all that anyway. I said, that's the problem we got now. Everybody think they supposed to have a Draco. Everybody, to me, all the young cats pretty weak. Like, bro, you need to learn how to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we know what to do. But that's why when a lot of them go to jail and stuff, they don't last because you don't have a gun in jail.
Right.
Now, if you don't know how to throw them hands, you gonna be somebody's bitch. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you ain't gotta like it, but that's like ain't no stendo when you get behind that. You know what I'm saying? That them walls. It is what it is.
Yeah, you know, about 6x6.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all about hands now.
Right.
So like, yeah, man. Hey, when we were young, we had to get good at hand. Like, bruh, I ain't let no joker beat me up, bruh. You gonna have to come on with it.
I mean, the thing, even when you lost though,
it made you better.
Like, let's not act like we now took an ass whooping, whether it was from a big brother or an older cousin or somebody in the neighborhood. But like, my thing was like, you wouldn't want to fight me again. Right. Yeah. And so like my thing was like, so even the time I took it, like I didn't have to fight them repeat times. Yeah. Because they was like, oh no, I'm straight on that. Like, yeah, I might have tagged them a couple more times, but like, no, I'm straight on that.
Get off.
You know what I'm saying? And that's so it's like, okay, do I really want to go there with him? Because we had to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like now it's like you can be the weakest man in the room.
It's a different world.
You can up the strap and now
it's over.
Yeah.
And this the fucked up part about it. When we grew up, and you probably know people who bust guns. We all probably did.
Yeah.
Niggas used to carry revolvers because they only needed 6 shots.
Right.
That's all I need.
That's it.
Right.
And I'm going to hit everybody who I'm trying to hit, and it's going to be that on that.
Yeah.
Niggas have 100 rounds,
and
in some cases, you hit everybody and everything except for the nigga you trying to kill. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-mm.
That's what frustrates, because y'all had these big ass guns with big ass drums, and you shoot everything except for the person that you got beef with.
Right.
You done kill somebody grandma, somebody baby, the cat, the goldfish, and the nigga that you had beef with got grazed, and he gonna make an album about it.
Man, what you said.
Too many innocent bystanders, man. Marcus, before we get you out of here tonight, you got a brand and t-shirt line?
Yeah, you got merch.
Yeah, I got a little merch. You know what I'm saying? I got to reload the merch. I've been slacking. Everybody been asking for it. Everybody want them neighborhood shirts with the definition on the back. So
oh yeah, the straight out of you had the did you do the straight out of?
No, they want them definition shirts, but I ain't do the straight out of, but they want them definition shirts back because like I said, everybody love their hood, so they want to represent it. So yeah. I was doing the MTN Tiger shirts and the Grizzly Junts and them definition Junts. So I got some more stuff. I got so much stuff that I hadn't put out that people be like, bro, why you didn't put that out? I said, bro, I be moving so much. Yeah.
So do you have like a link or a site or something aside from the page? Like, is it a website or something that people can?
www.unapologeticallymemphis.com.
Okay.
So we gonna move into the merch thing a little more. I was talking to my guy to do Millionaire Grind, Ernest Fields.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I was just telling him, I said, man, you know what? This year I'm gonna push it a little harder because I like the brand. I got big now. Like it's time to get paid off that merch too.
So,
I get paid more off the merch.
Right. Yeah,
so it's a Millionaire Grind out of Memphis.
Yeah, they're in Memphis too.
Yeah. So we need to try to get them on here.
Yeah. Millionaire Grind. I know, you know, Titan know them.
Oh, yeah. We need to try to get them on here.
He do a lot. They got a setup over there. They got like podcast room, area where you can shoot, a video. Man, dude, he do a little everything. Make the shirts, everything.
Now, do you have any advice for us? As you know, doing what we doing or anything of that nature that you can.
Look, I need to get advice from y'all because I'm trying to do what you doing. So, man, just keep going, man. Like I said,
now, like I said, if you get the news station, you already got your anchors. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
Straight plug. You know what I'm saying?
No promo.
If you don't believe in yourself, who will?
So hey, what it is, man. That'll be dope though. Like the lady like, hey man, you need that news station. Like, like, do I?
Yeah.
We obviously don't have no problem getting on the mic and talking. So like,
So
for sure, bro. But yeah, we appreciate you coming through, bro. Appreciate you sliding. Appreciate your knowledge. Appreciate you chopping it up with us.
For sure.
Well, before you go,
what's up?
What are you going in 2023? Because we're 8 days in. So what are you hoping to accomplish this year that you haven't accomplished thus far?
Like I always tell people, I was telling everybody last year, I was like, man, we're going to get some corporate sponsors, but they're going to still do what I ain't going to do what they want. They still have to do. I like, you need me more than.
Right. Yeah, so that's the brand.
Like, I'm the brand, so you can give me the money, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to build it the way I've been building it. So, y'all have some say on it, but you ain't gonna have much. I'm like, I take your money, but you ain't got no. Oh, we gonna do this? Nah, we gonna do this. This the vision I got, so we gonna go with that. So it just getting more corporate backing. I say I like to get a FedEx or AutoZone on.
Right. Okay.
So something like that. Just get some more. So I don't have to pay out my pocket all the time. Something behind it. So something behind it. So like that with the Choose 901s and. We Love Memphis. That's what they got behind them. They got people that are like, hey, we'll spend money, but they ain't as in touch as I am. I kind of noticed the Choose 901 kind of moving their platform kind of like, I see they got people on there juking and stuff. So I was like, okay. I said, they watching the blueprint, so they going to change their blueprint up to mine.
Yep.
No hate. So you know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it's for everybody to grow. So like I said, I remember there was a time I couldn't even get Choose 901 to post nothing I post. So so I like, okay, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm still do me. Just like I said, whatever you got going, keep going with it. Everybody ain't gonna see the vision. You know what I'm saying? The vision, that's all yours. So
and you allow people to advertise on your page too. They can reach out to you.
Yeah, you can advertise. So I'm gonna reach a whole lot more people than you can being small. So like I said, advertising, people usually, hey, let me get one. I'll say, the reason McDonald's keeps selling hamburgers? Because they put that commercial on there every day. They say, hey, we know they open, but they're going to make sure they open from the house. Like, bro, I got an urge for a McDonald's burger now. So, like, if people see what you got, they're going to keep on going back to it. That's even me selling merch. If I post about the merch, I get more sales. But if I don't post about the merch, people kind of forget about it. So you got to keep on marketing and putting yourself out there on all that. So,
yeah, you're gonna be at 100K very, very soon. Very, very soon. Go and speak it on. Like you said, with Rag say, if anything that we can do or partner or do anything like that, brother, we are here. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So, y'all, until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Reap the nurture. Now.